Welcome to the 30-day learning challenge starting from today till 23rd May 2021. Purposefully, I took this courage of making all of you aware of the leadership skills. So today what we are going to cover is not about the type of leadership skills, but today what we are going to cover is about the fundamentals and the framework which helps you become a leader, and also the framework which pushes you back from becoming a leader, right? So let's talk about how and what are the frameworks which leaders are being made up of. To give you a fair idea, let me take you to a story. All of you, at least who are in India, we all have heard a lot about Indian military system. Analyze how the Indian military system works. Number one, if we have to sketch the entire way how they function, it's about waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning for them to get to field so that they can run fast, so they can do the exercise and have their adrenaline rush going on. Once they are done with the exercise, they are directly put into the breakfast table, and there is no choice of your breakfast. Guys, you are supposed to have whatever is available on the breakfast table. Once the breakfast is over, you are immediately pushed to go to your work, whatever is your work. So in military also, the team which is not in the field, the work which is already assigned. So they are pushed to go to their work, and regularly also being pushed into sitting for various type of classes. So let's analyze the defense mechanism into the civilian society. And why am I telling you about the defense mechanism? Because defense mechanism is the strongest leadership domain in any country, be it India or be it in the world. And in India especially, we create a lot of leaders in our Indian defense system. So let me just take you to the defense system comparison with the civilian, okay? So morning 4 o'clock they get up and then they do their exercises. So here, whoever are our best of the leaders, you analyze their life story, you analyze how they have become good leaders, you will definitely find exercise as one of the pattern in their whole structure, a structure of the day. Number two, once the exercise is over, the defense people, they are being put into breakfast table. And in the breakfast table, do they have a choice of having their breakfast? Absolutely not. They have to really have whatever is available, okay? So what does the defense system teach you here? Adaptability. And why adaptability is required? Do you know what you really compromise when you become adaptable? You compromise your own style of work. So, and to leave your own style of work and adapt to something which is common, you really require courage and an open mindset. So, from their exercise, okay, across adaptability in the system, to their work, to conduct their work, right? So, even here also, our people go to work and they perform tasks. But when they perform the task, what are you seeing there? They are producing two things. Because whenever you work, you will not also working with machines. There will be part of your work which definitely you have to work with people. And whenever people come into practice, human emotions comes. And managing human emotion is, people consider managing human emotions to be difficult as compared to managing machines. So to perform at the best of their career, to perform the best in their office, the first thing what they have to learn is about communication skills. How can I communicate it well? We will go deeper one by one on all these areas. But do you also know that a lot of people, they are being put into classes where they have to really go through each and every classes and learn the technology. It could be maybe infantry, it could be arms and ammunitions, it could be anything, right? So in our system, in our civilian system, it is also very important that we equip ourselves to learn whatever capacity we want to build. And how do you learn? Where will you learn? You will learn, number one, by reading, and you will also learn by learning from others, hearing others, or maybe today there are a lot of ways how you can learn. It could be media books, it could be audio books, it could be a lot of media which you watch, it could be your books and multiple things, right? So let me just compare about the difference and the leadership framework. One, exercise, which gives you confidence. Second, adaptability, which directly points to your courage. Third, working at your work sphere, which directly links to your communication. And the fourth, where you have to be competent enough to conduct your own work. So I call it as 4C framework of leadership. And what are the 4 C's? Number 1, courage. Number 2, communication. Number 3, confidence. And number 4, competence. My dear friends, all my viewers, in case you ever see any leader, they will work on these quadrants. And this is actually a quadrant where there are 4 parts to it. Any leader, if you see, they will be a common sphere in all the 4 quadrants. There are a lot of leaders, there are a lot of bosses or managers who would be working only on one sphere, which is confidence. They might be really very confident to tackle anything. There will be people you will come across who are more courageous. They will give you a lot of courage, and they themselves are also a lot courageous, but not necessarily they are competent, not necessarily that they are good at communication. You will also come across people who are very good at communication, but they can only talk, but their talk may have sense, may not have sense as well. In those scenarios, if it is being coupled with competence, you really find a leader at the optimum spree. So a leader operates at the middle portion of a quadrant, and the middle portion is the combination of courage, confidence, communication, and competence. So this is about a framework which actually drives to become a leader. Now let me tell you a framework which pushes you back from being a leader. You know what it is called? I name it as 3P framework of pushing you back from the leadership skills. And what are these 3 P's? The first P is procrastination. And I hope you understand what is procrastination. The activity, the feeling of delaying any work is itself procrastination. So when you see procrastination, you actually have a lot of people who want to do the best, but they really cannot deliver within the timeline. You know why? It's only because they are again hit by another bug, which is the second P, which is perfection. So one, they are not able to do on time. They are very good. They might be really good at their competence, but they are not able to perform on time only because they always have this mindset that I will do the best. I will come up with my best presentation and then deliver my task. But the concept of time is not very well understood by a lot of people. And when I say concept of time, what do we understand? We primarily understand concept of time is about delivering the task within the time limit which is given. So these people, those who really want to be leaders but they are not successful, if you analyze their pattern of working, you will find that they are hit by 3 P's. The first P I told you is about procrastination. The second one is about perfection. And the third, which drives them back from any work which they can do, is a P which stands for poor mindset. So let me tell you what exactly is poor mindset. How many you would have seen people who would be giving you positive energy, but you would also have seen people who would be giving you negative energy. Negative energy is not always bad. There could be critics who are actually helping you to grow, but in many cases you will see people with poor mindset. They will always want to drag you down, and they will always want to be in a swamp and never want to come out of the swamp. But these 3 frameworks, this 3P framework makes a leader fail and they will not be able to perform well. So in my session today, I have brought you the basic fundamental of a 4C framework which helps you become a leader, and a 3P framework which makes you or which pulls you back from being a leader. Let us just look into the framework which helps you become a leader. And in case, my objective of here talking to you guys is primarily to help the aspirational leaders become successful leaders. So there are a lot of us who really want to be good leaders and known in the market. Let me tell you guys, the first step of becoming a successful leader is to start leading yourself. As a leader, you would be really leading two people. One, self, you yourself. And the second one is your team, or maybe the people who are reporting to you. The first step we all have to really overcome is about managing the self. And there are a lot of activities which you can do, but people who want to be here for 30 days, starting from today till the 23rd of May, I would want to give you one challenge. One challenge for the next 30 days. In case you are ready to take up the challenge, then there is this one thing which you should do in the morning. And that one thing is have a positive affirmation for yourself. Because if you want to grow in your life, the first thing is you really have to value yourself. You cannot stay in a situation where you are devaluing yourself, because the world will not understand you. The world will never be with you till the time you are not valuing yourself. But it doesn't mean that you be extremely overconfident and you really don't look at anybody in the system. That's not the objective. The objective is about, number one, please take care of your self-esteem, of your self-image. And there are a lot of ways we can do it, right? The first way is how I do. Okay, let me just share how I did for myself. It's not that I have succeeded everywhere. There are many situations where even I have failed. But whenever I'm there in a very low position, there are 2-3 things which I keep doing, and this is what I have learned from my leaders or maybe my mentors. The first thing is, I really want to find out what is the best thing I have done in my life. What is the good thing which has happened to me? And you keep on remembering, you keep on visualizing that thing. And that will definitely help you at least do some valuation for yourself. The second thing is, always keep relationship good with so many other people. There will be definitely somebody or the other in your life who will drag you out when you are at your low. And relationship is something which we all have to understand how to maintain. Relationship cannot be maintained if you are not genuine. You may have tough time talking to people. People may not want to talk to you. You may not want to talk to a lot of people. You may have fear factor. You may have anguish. You may have anger. There are a lot of human emotions which drives to hamper a relationship and also to build a relationship. But my dear friends, the way how you can manage your self-valuation is about love yourself first. Be very clear what you want. And second, keep couple of people in your life who you value a lot and they also love you a lot. So this way you will get courage for yourself, and at least this positive affirmation will build good self-esteem or maybe positive self-esteem in you. The second thing, let me tell you how you build your confidence. I will be covering courage, confidence, competence gradually in each and every session. But if I have to tell you today, what can you do to build your confidence? The first is you actually have to build your self-esteem. And the second is you can never be confident if you don't know your subject. Your subject has to be really clear. And the third thing is keep your negative critics away from you. There is no requirement of playing a game with them. You observe that people are maybe not valuing you. They are a lot critical to you. Filter it out. If the critics is good for you, accept the critics. If the critics is bad for you, keep them away. Just ignore. Coming to the third portion was about communication skills. A lot of us, we think that our fluency is our communication. The way we can speak English is our communication. The way we can talk is our communication. But no. That's not communication. That's a part of communication. And one major thing which we have to learn is listening. We have to really listen to people. Be silent, be observant, be unconditionally genuine listener, and you will see that a lot of people will observe that you are able to hear them out. You have understood them, and it's a very genuine process. They can really feel it. The fourth one of the C which you can start working is, guys, go back take a diary, take a pen, and really write down how many skills have you learned till now. When I say about the skills, for example, you can sell something. Selling is your skill. You can talk to people and manage your customers. Customer management is a skill. You can write content and publish it on the social media. So content writing is a skill. You can edit video and put it into the market. So video editing is a skill. Likewise, just sit through and write all the skill. I call it as a skill factory. I have also written in one of my posts on social media that on the 1st of May, I will publish my entire skill factory till 30th of April 2021. I urge all of you to go back, take a pen, take a diary, please note down whatever skills comes to your mind. One day, when you look at those, when you flip those paper, you will really feel that I'm worth something. I'm really worth something. And that automatically will give you some confidence in life. Okay? So this is about the 4C. So if I have to just summarize for today, there are two frameworks which we learned today. Number one, the framework, the leadership framework, which helps you succeed as a leader, which I call it as a 4C framework: courage, confidence, communication, and competence. And there is a 3P framework which drags you away from becoming a leader, which I call it as a 3P framework, which is procrastination, perfection, and poor mindset. Let the session learning be only this much, because we have a very crisp module of 15 minutes per session. But now let me just look into who all are here, because I really wanted to see all of you who are here. I see here Tamanna. Hi Tamanna. Mr. Sunil Pandit. Hi Sunil. Nidhi Mittal. Hi Nidhi. Then I see Narjun Badi, Chandrakant Pradhan, Sandeep Ghosh, Novelina Sahu, then Dipshika Nandi. There are a lot of people who have joined. I think more than 30-40 people. I can see it right now. Pragya Parimita, thank you so much to have joined. Sanjay Lenka, Uma Shankar, Dr. Indira, Ramesh Mistry, Chandan Swai. I see a lot of people who have been a part of me, and a couple of you who I really don't know. Maybe we are meeting for the first time. But this is my genuine urge that at least I'll make you aware of what is leadership. But mind it, we cannot learn leadership in 30 days. Nobody can learn. But at least we can be aware what exactly comes here. And once the awareness is created, you can go back and do your own research, spend your own time on YouTube or maybe on different research papers. I'll also give you maybe couple of very good sites which you can open do some to grab what is your good. But for the time being, I really have a lot of thanks to all of you who have joined on the session now. I thank Vicky Diamond, Dibyaranjan Bhuiya, then Manjukesh Tripathi, Sujya Ghosh, Sudhanshu Acharya, Sudhir Kumar, PB Das, Navneet Singh, Ravi Mehrotra, Bharat Irkar, D. Rajkishore Achari, Som, Falguni, Arjun Tripathi. There are a lot of you who have joined. I'm really happy that you are finding value in the content, and that is the reason why you have taken this 15 minutes crucial time from your time frame and have joined on my session here. A big wave, high five to all of us, a big wave to all of us. If there is any query, I can take up 3 queries, and I see I'm reading the comments. I can take up 3 queries in case there are any. And my last 2 minutes, we are just having 1 or 2 minutes to end up this session. In case there are any queries, I can take it up. Okay, there is somebody who has written, skill is given by God on your birth. So I think this is coming from Mr. Sunil Pandit. Mr. Sunil Pandit, let me tell you, skill is learnable. Skill does not come from God at all, because skill is something which we gain, which we learn and we acquire. So that is not a God-gifted thing. Skill can be very easily learnt. I have Gulti Rath. Hi Gulti Rath. Snuti Ranjan Sahu is there. Priyadarshini Mishra. Please forgive me in case I'm not able to take anybody's name here, because there are a lot of people I see on the live, and there are a lot of likes. Can I request you to give your emotions? You can see the emoji just below towards the bottom part of your session. If in case you really like this session, please give a thumbs up or maybe a star or maybe a love, the way you want to express, right? But this is something which I will be continuing for 30 days, and this is my contribution to the universe, because the universe has really given me a lot, and I'm doing this free session just to create the awareness to all my people. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again tomorrow exactly at 8 p.m. and we will be blocking 8 to 8:20. The only challenge which I am counting is I really want to see how many of you have the liberty and have the skill set and have the urge to continue this for 30 days starting from today. Probably you don't know, maybe you earn something after 30 days. So be tuned, stay tuned, and I'll see you tomorrow exactly at 8. Bye-bye. Goodbye for the time being.